Hello everyone, so you're thinking about moving to Sarasota, Florida. Well, in today's video we're going to be visiting Payne Park, which is located pretty much in the heart of downtown Sarasota. And as you can see the sign back there, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of information about the area, where it sits, why people like it or love it, and then some neighboring communities. And you'll definitely want to stick around to the end because I'll be sharing with you kind of what's going on with the market right now in this area. So stay tuned. So first, I just want to talk about Payne Park in general. So it is a public park, and again, as I mentioned, we're located really in the heart of the Sarasota Downtown area, just off of Washington Boulevard, or what we call Highway 301, and Ringling Boulevard. So as I said, you can see the playground here behind me. It's a beautiful circus themed in honor of the Ringling Brothers. This whole town really was established and started with the Ringling Brothers, who funded a lot of the development here, and it's an anchor museum that we have. It's an incredible museum, but we are pretty much, as I mentioned, downtown Sarasota. Our courthouse is just back there. The judicial center and the tax collector area, and even the jail isn't far, the city jail. So it definitely is here in the middle of everything. So we have the park here. There's a little cafe that you can, once the kids have run out a little bit of energy, you can grab a bite here. And there are tennis courts for use. You can reserve them online, or you can come as they are available, but reservations do take precedence. So I'm just going to walk around here and talk to you about this area. So not only is it a prime location as far as being very close to the downtown marina area, which is very popular, but you have your downtown shops here in the area. This has become quite a developed place, a really popular place where people like to come and scoop up any remaining lots, which there aren't very many at all, or they will come and kind of take over an abandoned or dilapidated property and raise it or tear it down and then build new on there. That's not the preferred method here. People really try to restore or renovate, but sometimes that's just not possible. So they do allow permits. It takes quite a bit, but you can get a permit to do that. But I also just want to point this out. There's also a skate park here. So again, this park is quite large. This walking path, there's both paved and kind of like a gravel rock that's really good for walking on your knees and everything. I'm going to cross over here. There's a mini little water feature too here in this playground that's nice and refreshing during the summer months with the kids. A lot of space to run back here. Really get a lot of that energy out, but walking along the path and everything. Going back to the area, it's really become a place where people want to invest, whether it's rentals or long-term, because we're in the city limits clearly, and so short-term rentals are allowed here within the city limits. That becomes difficult to find outside of the city limits, but in general within the city limits you can do short-term rentals, and so that becomes really popular with investors. And this particular park, Payne Park, sits right in between two popular communities, one being the Terrace Gardens to the east, and then Laurel Park to the west, or to the left. And Laurel Park has really become just known as the really quaint essence of living in downtown Sarasota. This is where you will find no cookie cutter homes. Some are just shotgun style, most are smaller, 2-bed or 3-1s, 2-2s or 3-1s, but they've been very well, it's kind of the pride of downtown Sarasota, the Laurel Park area, and so they've been very well maintained. They've been renovated, and if they haven't, then those become projects for investors or for homeowners who like to do those restoration projects. And it's a very quaint area. We'll be driving, I'll be showing you some of those homes and how you'll notice they're not cookie cutter. And Laurel Park actually actually, there's about 45 nationally historic registered homes in that area. So there's actually a tour that you can take online that shows you which homes, and then you can take a walking tour or a driving tour of those homes if you prefer. And it really is just quintessential downtown living. You can very walkable, you can walk or bike, lots of sidewalks, and you can easily get around on foot or on bike, or now we have e-bikes or e-scooters, and it's not uncommon to see people just riding into downtown to their favorite coffee shop, or to catch a movie, or to have dinner on a weeknight or on the weekend. And it's really just because of the location, because of how close it is to so much downtown, and because it's not loud, it doesn't have that urban bustle feel, because it feels like a little neighborhood community. And because of that, that's why it's so popular. Of course, the price reflects that. Starting prices on even some of the smaller, non-updated homes can run starting at a good $600,000 and up. And then if you're gonna do updates and all that, you're looking at permits and whatnot. But if it's something you're passionate about, and if you really want to be in the heart, then absolutely, it's an incredible investment. Now, on the terrace garden side, which you'll see here right behind me, we are seeing these condominiums, new developments that are coming up on whatever land has been left. Developers will come, and usually it's multifamily homes that we're seeing in those spots. So, and they do have amenities. So you're looking at fitness centers and pools, but easily for a one bed, at least $650 for those units. But if that's what you're looking for, and the location, I mean, you can pretty much do without a car if you were to stay right around here. There's a grocery store right down the way. And again, this park, you could easily get up in the morning, have your cup of coffee on your deck there, and then come have a walk around, get your exercise in, get your sunshine in, and then go about your day running your errands. The hospital, the main Sarasota Memorial Hospital, is just up the road. If you have doctor's appointments, or if you want to go to some major stores, they're not far. So again, this is where the heart of everything is. You have all of your culture here, the ballet, theater arts, orchestra, opera, everything is here. So if you really want to get into everything, the culture, the physical activity, the beauty of Sarasota, this is a wonderful location. So also, as far as churches, there's several churches around the area: Presbyterian, Methodist, Baptist, all downtown, like the First Baptist, First Methodist, First Presbyterian, those are all here downtown. So you can really see where they've cleaned up Sarasota a lot. And I've always been impressed with the cleanliness and maintenance of this city. It just makes it so beautiful. Now, some of the cons, I guess you could say, are some of the challenges that every urban city faces. So you're looking at certain pockets of homelessness, and you're still looking at development, you know, one non-deeded area, so one home will be repaired and kept up nice, and then your next door neighbor may not so much. And they do try to keep the ordinances up with maintaining lawns and trash, and you can't have just piles of vehicles in your yard, but for the most part, you never know. And so that's what makes it tricky sometimes. But just the location itself is a huge thing or factor that protects your investment as far as living down here or where you live. So I'll be taking you through Laurel Park and Terrace Gardens just to give you a feel for these neighboring communities of this Payne Park area. But again, it really is, you just have to soak up the beauty. I mean, there's the courthouse is right back there with that big tall building back there. That's another thing about downtown Sarasota that sets it apart. You won't find a lot of large tall buildings. I mean, that's the tallest building here on the horizon there. There are some taller condos kind of closer to the Bay Area, but for the most part, there aren't that many high rises here in this town, the downtown area. So the skyline is pretty impressive. Most buildings are about the same height, and they're not dominating the skyline. So you get the beautiful Gulf in the background, and the Marina Jacks Park, which is another place that if you can find my video on that, definitely go check that out. It's a beautiful park. People love going there to walk around, and and a little breeze there, and enjoy the boats, and there's great restaurants there, so another very popular spot. But this Payne Park is just a beauty in itself. You can come play tennis, you can bring the kids to feed the ducks, you can pack a picnic and sit in any of the fields here. There are facilities, so there's restrooms and water fountains, and as I mentioned, there's a water feature in the awesome park. Overall, again, great location if you are looking for that urban yet still kind of homey feel. It's definitely not as cold and busy as some other urban cities can be. You'll often find a lot of events planned for this area as well. Specialty events, arts festivals, and family events, especially during the holidays. There's an online city calendar that you can look at, and many of those events happen downtown here at Payne Park. So there's always something going on here, and it's always bustling. It seems like whether there's a group of homeschool kids here or whether there's a lot of people just getting their daily exercise in, this place is always happening, and they're always working on it as well, as far as keeping it clean and keeping it well maintained. And this playground is just impressive in itself. So whether you're even just visiting or you're a new resident here, you can certainly enjoy this beautiful circus park there, right there behind me. So again, real quick, just a reminder, if you're new to this channel and you want to learn all there is to know about living and everything here in Sarasota, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit your notifications so you don't miss another valuable video. So there you have it, friends. Whether you're looking at being a downtown resident, you know, some of these single family kind of shotgun smaller homes make an incredible alternative to condo living. You can save on HOAs or community fees, and you still get that feel of living in downtown and being central to the heart of everything. And if that's something that you're looking for, this is definitely an area to consider. Of course, I would love to hear your personal situation. You can leave your questions or comments down below. I always tell people, look, I don't know until you tell me exactly what your lifestyle, what you're looking for. So definitely reach out. It's never too soon to reach out, whether you're moving next week or next year. And you can find all my details below, text, email, call, whatever it takes to reach out, because it truly is never too soon. You always want to start looking ahead as far as possible. So it just keeps things less stressful. I can help kind of point you in the direction of all the great areas to consider depending on what it is you're looking for and your budget and what your expectations are and what your goals are. So that's what I'm here for. Please leave me your questions. Let me know what other areas you want me to shoot if you already know, or if you don't know, definitely make sure to stick around and check out those other videos, because I'm always shooting areas throughout Sarasota and Manatee County. And until the next video, take care.